Nice to meet you.
you. That's honestly, it's always cool to see interactions with people, and it's just like, oh, if it works, if it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I don't know. But it's
Yeah.
great. Cool. How's it
Yeah,
going?
it's working. Awesome. How are you?
Good. Wait, where are you at right now?
I'm in Toronto.
You're in Toronto? Okay. Is this
Yeah.
like your home base? Like, where are you at right now? I just want
Yeah.
an idea.
This is my home base. I haven't been home like for basically all of July, so it's kind
Mhm.
of nice to be able to chill for a sec.
Yeah.
And like in the States a lot, eating a lot of cheeseburgers, so I need to relax.
Oh, you're getting the life right now because you get like everything in the States. Because Toronto, yeah, I'm from Winnipeg, so literally we get the same stuff. It's nothing crazy, nothing great.
It's actually insane the amount of variety that they have for the most random shit in the
Right?
States. Like, there's something that blew my mind when we were when I was in New York. We went to one of the bodegas, like literally just a convenience store, like a small grocery store. And I was just having like a heyday, like just like looking around of all the random crap. And I found this put me into a coma, like if I was a Victorian child. Like,
Mhm.
it was Betty Crocker icing, but it was Oreo filling. So it's like just a tub
What?
of Oreo filling. Yeah. I know. I was like, oh, should I just buy it to have it? But I'm like, no, that's too much.
That is. See, I found that
It's so
this
random. Who thinks of it? They must be on like so many drugs.
anyone that's from America is on a lot of drugs. That's what I
Yeah,
tell anyone. It's like
true.
Jesus, the amount of stuff that they have. It's like I want it all. Like I just went to the States. I didn't realize that they sell Chick-fil-A sauce over the
Oh
counter.
yeah, in the bottles.
Yeah, in the bottles. I did not know that, and I'm like, this is game changer now.
Because we're like so new to Chick-fil-A. I feel like we've only had it within like the last 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
So now, like they've been having that shit.
Yep. They're living it. They're living it. But
It's crazy. I would honestly, no, I'd be like 60 pounds heavier if I lived there.
are you
I have
thinking are you thinking of moving to America at some point or nah?
like maybe. I feel like the future for me is just a big question mark. I
Yeah.
don't know. Like I would love to be able to be based in LA. I feel like it would make things really a lot easier for me, but at the same time, it would just like there's just so many things that I have to do before I move.
Yeah.
I'm not ready yet.
That's fair.
Soon,
That's
hopefully,
fair.
yeah. Or like maybe I would love, honestly, ideally, I would love to do part time,
Mm.
do like 6 months there and then 6 months here, because like all my family's here.
Right.
All my friends are here. Like I'm very
Mhm.
like I'm a people person. I love like my people, so I wouldn't want to be too far away
That's
from them
fair.
for a long time. Yeah.
No, that's fair. Like for me, I'm like I want to move to the States, but like, do I want to do that commitment to go and move out of like Canada and everything? And
Yeah.
it's a hassle. That's what I've seen from a lot of people. It's hard, but it's
And the price of flights nowadays, like if I'm lucky, I get like an okay deal to go to LA, but like
Mhm.
usually it'll like each time if I'm not proactive, I'll be spending like $800. And then when I'm there, the Canadian dollar sucks.
Right?
It's so bad. I'm living like I was saying this to a friend of mine, like I'm literally living like Aladdin. I'm like begging for bread when I go there. But then when my American friends come here, they're like living like kings.
Right? They got all
It's
the money. It's like, no,
it's
this
next
doesn't
level.
work. This
Like a
doesn't work.
cocktail here will be like 17, $18, like for the most part. And then when you go over there, like to LA specifically, it's like 19, $20, $18, and that's American. And then there's tips. So I'm spending like $40 on basically $40 on a cocktail.
That's brutal.
Yeah.
This is brutal.
Yeah.
America, Canada, our economy is screwed. I don't know. It's brutal.
It's really bad on my pocket.
Yeah. But other than that, like, there's so much I want to get into with you, Vi. Like,
Yeah.
literally, there's so much with music. You've been busy. Like you said, you were busy. Like,
Yeah.
you've been doing everything. You've been doing everything, like music, award shows. I don't. Where do we start? How did you get into music? That's the first off. I gotta go with that.
Yeah. I think it was just one of those things that I was always surrounded by growing up as a kid. Like my dad is very passionate about music, and he had like a crazy, insane CD collection, like always had music on. He like collects guitars and like loves playing guitar. I was like always around that. And my mom isn't as musically inclined, but she is a lover of music and art. So I think it was just one of those things I like hyper fixated on as a child. And then, you know, growing up in the Middle East and having someone like Avril Lavigne be like my role model and my idol, like she really, I think, was like the driving force into why I wanted to be a singer. Like I literally just completely idolized her.
Dang. And you got to meet her like a year, what is it, a couple months back? Yeah.
December, yeah.
Like, dang, how was that like? That was
It
probably
was
like shock.
it was surreal. It was actually like I sobbed, like I ugly cried afterwards. I was in the it was I describe it to people like as if you were a Christian and you met Jesus Christ. Like that's actually like how big it was for
That's
me.
awesome.
Like it was nuts. It felt like very full circle, and it felt like everything that I've worked for, or like cuz being in the music industry and like especially at the level that I'm at, it's not like easy. It is like
Yeah.
very much a grind, and you know, you're fucking exhausted and like trying to like reach for something, but like at that moment in time it felt like everything that I'd done up until that point was worth it. That because I was able to meet my hero. Like you don't get to do that every day.
You don't. Honestly, you got to build up that resume. You got to meet some people, network and everything. And honestly, it's crazy that you got to meet her. Like that's awesome.
It's like one of the best moments of my life. Like I could actually cry thinking about it right now.
Don't cry unless you want to. I don't have tissues.
5 minutes in.
5 minutes in, we're getting the crying stage in. It happens.
I'm a crybaby for sure.
Oh really?
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's
fine. Okay. I'm just like letting my feelings out. I'm not gonna cry now, but
yeah, don't. You know. Yeah, it's fine. It's totally fine. But so your influence, you mentioned influence. Is Avril your only influence, or do you have more influence?
No. Oh my God, there are so many women that have influenced me, and then there's a couple dudes there on the side, but Avril is obviously like a very big one. Like that's my baby influence. Like that's through my childhood years, and then throughout high school, people like Rihanna, Lady Gaga, Katy Perry, you know, the big ones like Miley Cyrus, and then Lana Del Rey, Marina and the Diamonds, like Melanie Martinez. But then at the end of high school, I discovered Banks. I don't know if you've ever.
Yeah, I love Banks. I love Banks.
She changed my brain chemistry. Like she changed it for me. I'm like, oh, this is the kind of music that I want to get into, and like just how vulnerable and honest she was with her lyrics. Like I could really tell like it was nobody else really had like their hand in the pot when it came to like her story and her, you know, her who she was as an artist. And I loved it. I feel like I've never seen or like experienced an artist like her before, and I've seen her live like 4 times since. Yeah, and I got to meet her too. That one was fucked up for me. I was shaking. My friend of mine, after her concert, I think this was like 2019, so right before like the world ended.
Yeah, we survived the world ending.
Yeah, we survived. Fuck, crazy. We'll get into that later. But she had a concert here, and afterwards we're like, oh, we're going somewhere afterwards. Or no, I think we were gonna go home, and like nobody told me where we were going. So yeah, we're gonna go home. And then we get out of the Uber and we're outside of Soho House. Like, do you know what Soho Houses are?
I've heard the name Soho House. What is Soho House for
it's
people
like
who don't know?
It's like an exclusive club or like lounge that you have to have a membership for, kind of thing. But that's where she was having her after party. Oh. They're like, you're here for Banks's after party. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's gonna be in the same breathing space as me. Like, I don't know if I can handle this. I'm not emotionally prepared. And the Soho House too is the type of place where like you're not allowed to take videos or photos or anything like that. So I didn't get a photo because I just didn't want to be that annoying person, you know, like I didn't want to bother her. I really had to muster up the courage to go say hi. because once I saw like a couple other people saying hi, I'm like, okay, you know what, fuck, like I'll be that one extra person. And then I just went over and I would like basically had tears in my eyes, being like, I love you so much. You don't understand like the effect that you've had on my life. And she was very sweet. And I'm like, goodbye. And then I left. I was like, see you later.
Like a quick little
Yeah.
convo and then that's it. Oh.
Yeah. I just had to, I'm like, I just gotta let you know, love you so much. Goodbye.
Dang.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
But that's surreal. That's honestly a peaky moment with you have had so many peaky moments the last couple of years, Vi.
I need to meet Chad Kruger and then I'll be good.
Okay. Listen, I'm with you. I need to meet Chad. Chad is like literally my like everything. That's how I got into music in general was Nickelback. Nickelback.
Oh my god, they're my favorite band.
Mm-hmm.
They're the best.
They're the best.
I love them.
They're amazing. They're amazing. I was surreal. Like literally, I'm a photographer as well too, Vi. So literally, I got to photograph them the first time like 2 years ago.
Oh, sick.
And I've been doing it for like 6 years or 5 years or whatever. And literally, reached out to them. Manager got connected with me and got to photograph them. And that was like, I'm with you. I was basically I was tearing that show and everything. It was crazy. And
that's so fucking cool.
It was insane. But yeah,
that's awesome. I would die.
I almost died, but it's fine. It's fine. But you have music about bunch of stuff about dying lyrics. Are you okay, Vi?
No. Yeah, no, I'm fine. I'm good. I don't know why. I think like I'm a very existential person. Like I think about my mortality a lot, and I think like, and I also feel really big feelings. Sometimes to the point where like I have to numb myself out so then I don't like, you know what I mean? Or I'm not like tortured. I think a lot of artists feel the same way though. Like we feel so strongly about things that we have to like actually make tangible product.
Yeah.
Do you know that makes sense?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. I don't want to die. If anything, it's the opposite. I'm very scared of it.
Do you have like a fear, I guess, of dying? Of course, yeah. Okay.
Oh my god, I have so many. One of them is being buried alive, like Kill Bill style.
Okay.
Yeah, that ever since I watched the movie as a kid, I was like, oh, that's not how I would want to go out. Or being in a room or trapped in a room with filling up with water.
Yeah, that would be, yeah. I don't know how Billie Eilish actually did that because literally she's insane.
That's a big no for me personally. But I guess she knows that people are gonna like, people are there. Like she's not gonna die in that thing. And then I also have this irrational fear that when I'm at the gym that I'm going to drop a weight directly onto my face.
That's a new one. That's a new one.
That's one that's been like kind of haunting me when I go to bed sometimes. I'll be like, oh, like that's what I just don't ever lift anything above my face because I'm also very clumsy. That's the thing is like, it's not like it is irrational. Like it actually could happen to me if I was not careful.
See, I'm a clumsy person. I fall everywhere. Literally, I broke my ankle tripping on grass. Oh,
I tore a ligament in my ankle last year just crossing the street eating a hot dog.
Let's go, Toronto! Let's go!
So, yeah, not a good time for me.
No, never. But, HIM Awards. I want to get into that. How was that like? Because you were in Los Angeles, you mentioned, but like, what was that like getting that award? The caution and everything like
well last year I was nominated and I didn't win, which is fine. I feel like I always try to keep my expectations low. Like I would really love to win and I think maybe I would like deserve to win, but you know, you just never know. And I also like didn't listen to the other songs, so I had nothing to really compare to, but it was one of the last awards that they announced, and they had already announced who won the folk acoustic category that Snake Pit was nominated for, and I didn't win that one. So I was like, okay, maybe I'm not gonna leave with a win today. Like that's all right. So then when they said my name, I was actually like in shock. And the picture that they used was so weird. Like, they used a selfie with my headphones. I don't know who did that, but they did me dirty. But it's also very funny at the same time. Anyway, yeah, I'm really, really, really grateful. Like, I never win anything. So this was really great.
This is cool. Like, this is pretty cool. I hear about like all these like little award shows and seeing all these independent artists winning awards. Like, you should be like, that's awesome that you won an award. Like,
Thank
amazing.
you.
Like, a Canadian artist winning an award for music. Like, that's
Yeah.
pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
I appreciate it. I'm really happy. I was like on cloud 9, maybe being a little bit even too annoying about how happy I was.
Did you do a big celebration after?
Yeah, actually, I performed a song at the after party, and I already had a couple drinks in me, and I was just like really happy. I was like, I just don't even care how this sounds right now. I'm just like pumped to be here.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then I went home and got Jack in the Box.
Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah. Jack in the Box. We love it. We love it. Dude, I honestly compare Jack in the Box to DQ.
Really?
Yeah.
I cannot tell you the last time that I ate actual food from Dairy Queen.
Yeah.
Like, it's always just, or if I do, it's going to be their chicken fingers. Their chicken fingers are
right. They're really good. But honestly, the fries taste so similar that I'm like, this is Dairy Queen fries. It's so weird.
I love that.
You should do that like before you go on your next trip and be like, okay, Dairy Queen and then Jack in the Box.
Yeah, compare.
Compare.
Why, like, Dairy Queen, I don't know why, it just like scares me to eat there.
Really?
I don't know what it is. I don't know. I just don't. I'll eat anything.
Yeah.
Like, I'll eat out of the garbage. Not actually. Don't quote me. Don't quote me on that. But I am not super picky. But I don't know. I just like, I'm not drawn to eating a burger from Dairy Queen because there's so many other options that I would prefer to.
Oh, I like their ice cream, so that's the main thing. You
get. See, if I'm going to Dairy Queen, it's for the ice cream, and like maybe if I'm super hungry, I'll be like, okay, maybe I'll get a chicken finger.
Yeah, chicken finger fries.
A chicken finger is a chicken finger.
It depends on the chicken fingers where you get them, but yeah.
I don't know if I've ever had a bad chicken finger.
I don't think I have either.
Yeah, exactly.
That's possible. I don't think that's ever possible at any fast food place. But so. What's your goal for music, though? Actually,
I feel like that's a very big question. Yeah. Like, but for me as a human being, I love music, and I am so drawn to people like Banks because of the community that she's like built around her, and like how much she affected me in my personal life, and my. Like, she literally, like, held my hand, it felt like, through, like, some of my biggest heartbreaks growing up. So I think, like, my big actual, like, goal in life is to be able to be that for others. Like, I want people to feel like they're not alone and they can relate to my story. And, like, if it brings even just, like, one person an ounce of healing or whatever, like, that's really that's my purpose. Yeah. Like, I just want to be what Banks was to me for somebody else.
Do you feel like you made an impact on someone already for music?
Yeah, I get messages like every so often of people who, you know, they'll like tell me their stories and like how specific songs have helped them, and they're like, thank you so much for making this. And like, that's what honestly keeps me going. If I didn't have like that connection or those like people reaching out to me, like I would be like what is even the point,
right?
You know, because like I'm doing it for myself, yes, obviously, because this is like how I express myself, but also it's like it's more than just me and my, it's more than me, myself, and Vi. Really, that was really corny, but you know what I mean. Works. More than just that, like
it works.
Yeah.
And what's the name, honestly? What's the name meaning behind it? I forgot to ask you that. What was the name?
So my full name is Victoria.
Okay.
And like my friends all call me Tori. That's like people still like, if you know me in person, like for the most unless I'm at a music event or something, I'm like, I'm going to be introducing myself to you as Tori.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Not saying that you have to call
No,
me that
no,
or whatever,
that's fine.
but growing up, I didn't have an artist name. Like I literally just go by like Tori or like Tori Dawson. Um, and you know, obviously Banks was such a big influence for me. I was like, I want a name that's just like one name, like one standalone name. And I was like, hey, I'll just take like the first two letters of Victoria, because I had just gone through so many different names. I'd be like, I tried to do like some sort of play on Tori, and at one point I had like Dawn. I had like all this random shit that just like never took off. And then when I actually started releasing music, it was under Vi.
Okay.
And then it was just so difficult for people to find me on like socials or mostly on platforms like streaming platforms. So we're like, we need to figure out how to like differentiate my name and make it easier for people to find me. And when people first started like getting to know me, they thought that my name was V.
Yeah.
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 Everyone thinks it's V. I'm like, okay, fair enough. But that's what I didn't want that. Like I specifically was like, I don't want my name to be V. I want it to be Vi.
Yeah.
I think it just sounds nicer to me.
Sounds elegant, kind of. Yeah.
It's just like, I don't know. I just like the vowel, the different vowel sound. But, and so I would try to like do something that kind of rings to, so then people can understand how to say Vi. So like, it's like literally me, myself, and I, but it's like me, myself, and Vi, or like Vi, like whatever the hell. This one fan actually, a friend of mine, his name is Joey, and he was like, he would always say like Vi, like Viagra.
No.
And so I had that in my bio for a while, but then management told me that I shouldn't have that there. I'm like, hey.
It's a good joke.
I thought it was good. I thought it was funny. And I like a good hoot and holler.
It's fine. The OGs will remember that, but it's fine.
OGs will remember. Actually, someone made a fan art once of like a Viagra packet that said Vi on it. Yeah. It was cute. I liked it. But anyway, I came up with the phrase me, myself, and Vi like right at the beginning of me making music, and like I would have it as like my little label. If you go into like some of my older stuff, it'll be there. But yeah, so I was like, you know what, I'll just change it to me, myself, and Vi, because I feel like nobody really has a name going on like that right now.
No one is. No one. It's just you and Banks. There's a couple. Like honestly, the dark pop R&B.
Well, a lot of people have like single
names,
like me, myself, and Vi. It's giving like Marina and the Diamonds, you know?
Oh, I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
Ooh, you're overthinking. You're making great, girl.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, like literally the dark pops. You're doing honestly different things I'm seeing in the genre. I feel like.
Really?
Yeah. Like honestly, you're doing great. I'm loving the music. Like honestly. Autopilot, it's been on repeat for me. Like I've been listening to it so much that literally, you know SpongeBob, right? The earworm kind of thing. It's an earworm for me right now.
Right. Oh my god, I love that. That's a great thing to hear. I appreciate that.
Like, what was the concept for you for making the new song and everything?
So Autopilot. So these batches of songs, or this batch of songs that I've been releasing this year, I actually started writing like a really long time ago, like before pandemic or like during the pandemic. And then we recorded them in like 2021. So I've been sitting on these for a really long time, and I've been like itching.
You can't be doing this to me, Vi. What are you doing?
I know. I like, it's to the point where now when I'm in the phase of making my next project right now, I'm like, I don't want to sit on it for more than a year. I want to have it out while it's still fresh to me and I'm still in that headspace, because music, especially when like my team is out in LA and like my producers are out in LA, so things are kind of slow, you know? Nobody's fault, but like music just takes a long time to like really get it right. And like we're not just like throwing we're not just like doing whatever, like we're actually like we're thinking about it. Like Autopilot itself took a really long time to be completed. But I started writing Autopilot at the beginning of 2020, so before the world ended, right? And I started writing about a feeling that I wasn't able to put a label on or like understand myself. Like I just felt so extremely existential all the time, and I felt like I wasn't in my own body. Like I felt so dissociated and so separate, and that I was like watching my life on a TV screen. Like I wasn't in it. And I would like question everything. I'd even question like if other people were real, like what the fuck is actually real. It was really scary and strange, and I thought I was going crazy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're getting deep here.
Yeah, we're going deep in this. Okay, yeah. Cool.
I don't know, I literally just felt like my life was like going by and I didn't have a grip on it, you know? It was really strange. I was just like extremely internal, like very, very internal, like all of the time. Until I was watching, I watched a lot of like commentary YouTube, and like book reviews. I don't read that much, but I'll listen to people talk shit about books. It's really weird. Yeah.
That's hilarious. Like literally you look at book reviews, but don't read or anything of that. Just want to see.
Like I'll read, I like to read like self-help books. I don't necessarily read fiction. I mean, I've like read about Harry Potter, but that's it.
Nice.
But what was I saying? Anyway, this girl she mentioned depersonalization. I'm like, what is that? Like it, like kind of made me perk up a little bit. And then I Googled it and I looked at a YouTube video of depersonalization, and it was describing everything that I was feeling and experiencing. And then that was kind of the first step of healing for me. It basically, it's your body, like, and your brain dissociates because it's trying to protect itself. Like your nervous system, or like your neurological, your I don't know. I'm not a scientist.
No, you're good. You're good.
Your brain is trying to like defend itself, and I think I've like gone through so much anxiety, and you know, I was definitely doing more substances than I should, or like drinking more than I should, and I think it was really just like pulling me out of reality. So during the first initial like lockdowns, you know, I started reading some self-help books. I started meditating a lot more, working out, just like really trying to reconnect with myself and like go cold turkey on some things. And yeah, and that really, really helped me. It took a while for me to really come back to life, it felt, but I don't experience that anymore. But I started writing about it before I knew what it was. Damn. So that's where like the first few lines of Autopilot come from.
That's crazy. I'm glad that you're doing better and everything.
Thanks.
I'm happy about that. And thanks. I guess you're better mentally and everything, physically. I would assume so, right?
Yeah, I mean, like every day is not the same.
Yeah.
It depends. And, you know, being a woman, your hormone cycle is a fucking pain in the ass. I know you can't relate to that, but it just, no, it's okay. It's all good. It's life. But I don't know. Yeah, every day is different. Or like I'll go through periods where shit's really good, or like I'll go through periods where shit's like really bad. It just, you know, like healing is not linear. There's like way.
It goes through stages and everything. Yeah,
but I have a lot to be grateful for, and I am really happy to be in the position I'm in. Even though I have like a lot of work I still have left to do, but yeah.
Cool.
That's it.
Awesome. We're stepping forward.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Trying our best out here.
Yeah, I get that. I'm with you on that. I go through weird motion stuff, but nothing towards. Yeah. Yeah. Autopilot,
Completely
though.
disconnecting from your body.
Yeah, I don't disconnect from my body ever so slightly, but maybe one day I will. Then I'll be like, damn, now
I hope
this.
you don't.
Yeah, I really hope not, but I'm sorry that you went through that.
It's okay. It's honestly, it's not like I want to like preface that there are some people who have like really bad dissociative disorders and like completely like shut down. That wasn't me. I just felt like I just felt very off.
Okay.
Like I was very functional. I was still maintaining my friendships and everything. I think I was just really too much in my head where I wasn't like in any moment. I wasn't in the moment at all ever.
Right.
So I wasn't like I was still able to go to work and do my job and like make music and like have my friends and stuff and have fun, but it would definitely just altered shit for me for a while.
That's fair.
I just want to make that clear.
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Honestly. Yeah. People probably would wonder and be like, okay, that's good, I guess.
Yeah, like I didn't have to be like hospitalized or anything like that. I was chugging along.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool. But music video though. It looked big, like a big production kind of vibe and everything. I'm curious.
Yeah.
So it looks like you got almost like an alien come down and everything looking at you or something. What was, was that the meaning of like this little getting out of the form from your body and everything, I'm assuming? Yeah,
like, okay, so I love aliens.
Okay.
I think they are here with us. Like, I always have. I've always known that they were real, even when I was a kid. Like, aliens and Avril Lavigne were like my hyperfixation. Like,
amazing.
I loved the X-Files. Growing up, like, I just always knew. I don't know. I just love them, and I love space. I think it's so scary. I think because I'm so scared of it, I'm very interested in it. So when I was talking to Matt and Alex at Portrayal, they do some really crazy, like, very cool work. Like, I love them. We had such a good time on set. But when we were talking about the concept to the video, I wanted to just portray, without being super literal, I wanted to like portray, like, because you know when people get abducted by aliens, they like don't remember anything, and then they start having like a lot of like psychological problems, and like, so I wanted to kind of, I guess, relate that to what I was feeling, because
cool.
Yeah, and like, how can we make that how can we make it fit? So like at the beginning of the video, you see me and there's a big pole. We had a fucking massive pole go up, like, I can't even tell you how far up it was, but it was like the brightest light I've ever seen in my life. My eyes were closed and I felt like the light was like going through my body. That's how bright it was. It was fucked.
Damn. And
it was so cold too that day. Like, it was the middle of November. It was frozen, but so it basically that was me getting like dropped off or like abducted, but then I wake up in my bed. So I was just abducted like the night before, and I start kind of like going crazy, being like, what the fuck happened to me? And then I start to like kind of piece things together, and then I go out there again to go get abducted, and then it's like the music video like works in like a loop. So it starts and finishes at the same place.
I gotta rewatch this now. Damn. Okay. Damn, that makes a whole new meaning for that now. Okay. Neat. Cool. Did you think of that all from yourself, or did the guys help you out with that, or?
Oh, no. Like, it was definitely like a joint thing, like brainstorming. And then Alex, they are so precise with their shots, like everything, like every second was accounted for the day of shooting. Like, we didn't just like wing it. I even asked my friend Erica to help me with some of the shots and like ideas that we could fill. Like, I think her idea was the part where I'm like just zoned out and the glass of water was like filling over. I feel like that was her idea.
Neat.
Yeah, so it was a joint thing. I cannot take all the credit for that at all. I just wanted aliens just because I like them.
And you got them.
I got them.
Neat.
Yeah.
Cool. I don't think it's getting talked about this. I don't think you're talking about it much on social media. You're doing like an alternative thing with a group called Chapters.
Oh yes,
So
yeah.
what is that? I'm curious about that.
So they chapters are my producers,
Okay.
and they do a lot of they're like pretty. They're doing a lot of stuff in the sync world. So sync is like doing like movie, television, advertising, like that kind of stuff. And they have a joint venture with a man called Devin Powers, and he's been in like unscripted TV shows for like 30 years. Like he is doing this shit for a very, very long time. And they invited me to come do an EP for Sync specifically. And a lot of these songs were just like things that I had in the tank. I didn't really have a place for on my project, and they weren't like strong enough to not. I wouldn't say strong enough, but like I don't know. They just didn't fit anywhere for me. And Simon is one of my producers. It's Simon and Luke. They're Chapters. Simon's like, just you want to just like focus on like the feeling of the song. Like, don't think about it too hard, especially if it's like not for your own like artist project. But like, we still put a lot of work into it. It just wasn't as like refined as or like thought out as my artist project stuff goes. So we did two EPs last year for the sync stuff alongside making my next project.
Cool. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, I did a lot last year in terms of like writing and recording. It was kind of a lot, but I needed it. I needed it.
Are you taking like a little break now because you've been going so crazy? No.
No.
Never.
I can't. I mean, last year I was like going through like a really fucked up breakup, so I was writing a lot. I was writing like constantly, and like that's genuinely like how I heal. And just for me to bring something like so negative or something that like really hurt me and like put it into art like makes me feel better about the situation, just makes me feel a little bit more empowered. Like I have a stance on it. So I wrote like a bunch of songs last year for the next project, and then we recorded the Sync EP, and now I'm recording that project right now.
Damn. You're just working. You're just working.
I'm trying. The thing is like, yeah, like I'm working a lot, but when it comes to the social media thing, like I feel like I'm never doing enough. Like I feel like I can't just like be an artist and like make the music. Like it just comes with like all of this other stuff.
You should start doing like, honestly, this is what I do with artists and always tell them, like start taking like a little Polaroid or just your cell phone. Just honestly, just film yourself in the studio and then just post it.
Yeah.
Something.
I know. It sounds so easy, doesn't it?
It does, but it never happens though. That's the thing. I don't know.
I know. It's just, I think like also too, as I've gotten older, I don't know what it is. Like when I was in my early 20s, like I would be posting all of the time. I feel like I had no shame at all. And now as I've gotten older, I'm like a little bit more self-aware. So I'm just like sometimes a little bit nervous to be perceived by people. Yeah.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll be just fine. No one has died from posting about their song,
I don't know about that fact check. I don't know about that, but
I don't know. Yeah, I can't fact check that.
Can't fact check that, but who knows? But just honestly, even like a thing for the story and be like, hey, we're in studio or something.
Yeah.
Be like, wow.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
I'm better at stories. Like I'm good at the stories because those are just like they just don't like clutter up the feed. But I think I should just like start putting it more into reels. But social media the last couple of years has been like a weird learning curve for me. Like I'm really trying to like I'm still figuring it out.
You need like a social media manager or something. That's what you
need. I have a girl that I work with. Her name is Shayna. She is a young Gen Z girl, and she will tell me about all her all the trends on TikTok that I have to be a part of.
Oh dang! You get
Yeah.
into TikTok stuff then.
Yeah. I'm still not great at it, but I will. She helps a
That's
lot.
good. That's really
Yeah.
good. Yeah, I generally don't know how to do TikTok either. I try to post, it never works out. Never does. I don't know.
That's the thing. I think it's just consistency.
Yeah.
I think it's like with anything, and I'm definitely not trying to chase like a viral moment. I don't think like I don't really fit into that space to be like viral. I just want like something consistent and like gradual, because I think
natural.
those are the people that stick around.
Yeah, I feel like like anything natural, anything that comes about. If it comes about, it comes about, right?
Organic. Actually, a friend of mine. This is where like veering off, but she told me that Benson Boone, you know, his song that went like fucking off the charts. His label, this is like alleged, but this is what she told me. I don't know if I should even be saying this. I think it should be fine. Anyway, whatever. Apparently the label made like a bunch of fake accounts on TikTok posting about other artists and like other songs. So like those like naturally just get a lot of attention, but then would start slipping his music in there, and it was like a bunch of accounts, and they would like rack up like hundreds of thousands of followers and then just start slipping his stuff in there.
That's smart. That's honestly very smart.
I'm like, I should be doing that, but I don't have a team of people just be like doing this shit for me all the time. I don't have time for that.
Gotta start doing volunteer work for Vi, everyone. That's it.
Yeah, please. Everyone make fake accounts.
Send it to your grandma, your dog, everybody. Just start doing it. Start doing it. But you mentioned new music. Anything that you can mention about release of new stuff or anything, or no?
I don't think I can yet, because I'm still not done putting out this project.
Okay.
So like it's like my next step is like very much in like the fetal mode. I don't know. Fetal. It's like a fetus. It's still being conceived.
Okay, that's a new one.
My next project is very fetal. She's cooking still.
She's cooking.
She's cooking. Yeah, she's cooking. But this stuff I'm really excited to have out into the world. I was like sitting on it for a really long time.
Cool. Are they going to be similar to Autopilot a little bit, or is it different range, do you think?
They're a little bit more poppy. Like I have a couple songs that are a little more on the poppier side. Like Simon and Luke have definitely brought out my pop princess. Ooh. My top 40 a little bit.
Okay.
I was like very not that, but they have brought like some like pop elements, but like it's still me. It's
still in the works. It's cooking.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Like they have really elevated my sound. It's insane. Yeah, they're dope. They crush it.
Damn. Now I'm excited to see you in top 40 stations here in Canada now, Vi. Oh.
Please, someone, cut me a break.
Jeez. Damn. Okay. Is there a song that you wish you never wrote?
I never wrote?
Yeah, you never wrote.
Like, I wish that I didn't write and put out?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Wait. There are some ones on there that make me cringe.
Oh? I guess the early days, yeah.
Yeah, probably the earlier days. Honestly, like, I'm gonna say probably a couple on my Afterlife album.
What?
Nah. Yeah.
No. Oh no, you're gonna break me now. Oh no.
No, there's a couple, or like I wish I could just like tweak them or like remix them, you know?
You could remix them still.
I probably could and just like re-release them. I would want to re-record Afterlife, like that actual song.
Okay.
I would probably want to re-record that. The other ones, I think they've like lived their life, and like especially Black Water. Those were the first batch of songs I've ever written ever.
Oh.
Like, those are the first songs I've ever written, like ever.
What?
Yeah. So I started pretty late. Like I started songwriting when I was 19, or like taking it seriously when I was 19. And then I started putting out the songs when I was like 20, and then Blackwater came out when I was 21. And yeah, those songs, I still think like I did well for. Thank you. I'm really happy, and that honestly that EP like changed my life and like changed my music career. So I'm really grateful for it. Clearly it was good enough for some people, so I'll leave it to you.
I think that's how I actually discussed. No, wait, no, it was Afterlife album. I forget. It was like a mix. Spotify just started recommending me stuff, and it's just like, okay, here's this from you, and then there's another thing, and then I'm like, what is this?
Do you know what the first song was? I'm like really curious.
I need to pull up my Spotify now. Oh no, let me see this. This is.
Oh my god. Okay, wait. So you're like a fan, hey?
Well, fan-ish. I say, like.
That's great. That's awesome.
I'd say honestly, it had to be Victim.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. That was I did not expect that song to.
That blew up.
I don't know how that. I don't know. It was actually probably one of my my least favorites.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm like it's good, but I don't know. But also like when I started like listening to my music so much, it's like I detached from it. Like
yeah.
I think I actually saw a TikTok a couple weeks ago. A friend of mine sent it to me, and it's like we just don't feel the same emotions that other people are gonna feel when you're listening to your own music.
Yeah. That's honestly fair. Like you get to the point of like you made the song, you like for instance for Autopilot, you've had this song for like who knows how long. You dropped it and you're like, oh, now people are starting to like what I liked back when I made this, and now I'm like, I'm so not touchy-feeling for this now.
Yeah. It's like it's really strange. Like it's still such a big part of me. But yeah, like when like time moves, I'm just like being transparent. I feel like maybe should not be.
It's fine.
Like I think some songs just like unexpectedly get more traction, and it's something you just can't really like predict. You know, like I thought Thought You Should Know was gonna do really well, but like now Without You I Die is actually doing way better than that. It just like it's weird.
It's what it is. That's I guess Spotify, music in general, everyone's ears. I don't know.
Victim popped off because there's this girl, or this woman, I should say. She's an author, and she wrote like this like horror smut novel called Haunting Adeline.
Oh,
I haven't read it. I feel like I need to. I actually need to message her, but like. She made a playlist for her book and put my song on it, and that's why it got the way that it did. Yeah, and like when I go onto Victim and I look at all the playlists, like almost half of them are like Haunting Adeline.
That's neat. That's cool.
Yeah. It was really cool. God bless her. Thank you.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was literally I was in like a weird mood. I'm like found Banks, of course. I had Banks. Then there was some other dark pop R&B artists that I found, and then I'm like, wait, there has to be more like woman-centric artists in this realm. And honestly, you came up like right away. I'm like, oh, this is cool.
Shit, that's sick.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
So it's cool. It's cool.
That's so cool. Yeah, I feel like I definitely, I'm straying a little bit from that environment, or like that like really dark like alternative. I think I'm just getting inspired by different things, and like bringing my love back for like Avril Lavigne, like Nickelback, and like the big strong heavy guitars. Like I'm bringing that shit into
All right, we need a collab of Chad Kruger at this point. That's all I can say. And
no, dude, like actually though, I just want him to like write a song for me. That's what I want. It can be his worst one. I don't care. Anything. It would be an honor.
Let's make it happen. Internet, make it happen. Make it happen, Internet.
Kruger, please.
Do you
notice me?
Dang.
They actually posted me on their Instagram after their concert in September.
You've gotten more caught than me. Dang it. What?
I wasn't tagged in the photo, but it was like I was in the crowd and I was popping off. Like I was probably the happiest person there. Like actually the happiest person there. Like they noticed me because of how insane I was being.
Amazing.
So there's a photo of me on there.
If you could pick any song on the internet that you wish you got to make, what would it be?
This is like actually the hardest question ever. It would probably be a Bank song.
Okay.
Like Poltergeist is one of my favorite songs by her. That's like one of the big ones. Or Gemini Feed, that's a really good one. Brain. These are all things I wish I had written. And if we're going more like mainstream, Hot in It by Charlie XCX. I wish that was my song.
We're going in a weird realm now. Okay.
Yeah, I love that song so much. That's just like a random thing off my brain. I'm like, I really got into Charlie XCX last year. I think she's really cool. Or like a Morrow song. Do you know who Morrow is?
No. Who's a Morrow?
You should listen to Morrow. Okay. She's very cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Can you see me? Morrow.
I'll listen to that.
That song changed me.
How did it change you?
It just did things to me. I don't know how. I can't tell you how I'm different, but I am.
By one song, it changed you completely. Okay.
She gives me like, I'm pretty sure she's Portuguese or she's from Brazil. Ooh. I think she might be Brazilian, but she kind of gives me like Sade vibes. Oh. Yeah. Okay. It's like, yeah. Oh, I love Sade too. Anyway, there's so many people I love.
Okay. You probably would love to collaborate with all those people.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think they think I'm very weird and annoying, but no, I'd love to.
I'll probably get to know you and be like, okay, this works.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who knows? We'll see what happens.
Who knows? What's the first concert you ever went to?
Oh, Shaggy. When I was 5. Yeah, Shaggy was my first. I'm pretty sure that was my first concert ever.
Damn, pretty good.
My mom, because we were living in the Middle East at the time, so like people would never come to Qatar like ever, and if they did, it would have to be a big deal. And this is when I was 5. This was like in 2001, and that's when like Wasn't Me or like You're My Angel, whatever, like those songs were popping off. So I guess he came, and my mom wanted to bring my brother and I. My brother like refused to go, so I was like, I'm fucking down. I literally would bring the Shaggy CD to school with me.
No way.
I can't listen to it at school, but I had it in my bag for some reason. I loved that, man. It's so weird. Like I was like 5.
You just invested into Shaggy back when.
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, so Shaggy was my first concert, and I think my second one was probably Avril Lavigne.
Nice. That's good. Pretty good. My first concert, what was my first concert? It was a Disney Channel band, R5.
Like Ross Lynch?
Yeah, Ross Lynch.
That's hilarious. That
was my first concert. And then my second one was Bruno Mars.
Oh!
Yeah. I'm like,
okay.
Yeah, it was like a weird switch of that. I'm like, yep, that's second, but yeah.
Honestly, I love Bruno Mars. Like, I have listened to his projects like front to back. They're so good.
They're so good. I love his music.
They're so good.
He's really good. I haven't seen him in years though, but yeah. But he's been in your guys' neck of the wood. You guys are so lucky in Toronto, I say.
Yeah. Well, no, we are. Like, if anybody's coming to Canada, it's either going to be in Toronto or like Vancouver.
Yeah. Or Montreal. Yeah.
True. Montreal. Yeah. No, it's pretty cool. And when I was in high school, like I went to school in Ottawa.
Okay.
So I would go to Montreal sometimes for concerts, or like actually quite often. Like I saw SZA when she did her Control tour, like small. Like it was in I don't know how. I guess like I don't know if you've ever been to concerts here, but it was like probably like a 1,000 person.
Oh,
or
cool.
Smaller like venue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool. That's actually where I saw Banks too for the first
No
time.
way. Yeah, the only venue.
Front row.
What?
Front row, Banks, 2014, right up there. I held her hand. Good times.
If only she knew. If only she knew. You met her after the after party and being like, well, I hold your hand.
Hey, I held your hand once forever ago. Do you remember me? No.
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 Damn. Maybe she does. You never know.
Who knows? Maybe she's like an elephant and she has really good memory.
Maybe. Maybe. I didn't know
Maybe.
elephants have that good a memory.
Yeah, they're like famous for having really good memory.
Oh.
They're really smart animals.
Good to know. Good to know.
They're up there. I think if they had opposable thumbs, we'd be fucked.
This is a weird
like
thing.
them and dolphins? Oh, it would be over for us.
No, dolphins, if they speak English, we're screwed.
Okay, I have been talking to people about this a lot because when I have a hyperfixation, I can't like not think about it or talk about it. But I started rewatching the Planet of the Apes movies.
I need to watch that new one, but yeah.
I haven't watched the new one yet. I've just like been watching everything else leading up to it.
Okay.
But Rise of the Planet of the Apes, like with Caesar.
Yeah.
Boy.
So good.
They did my boy so dirty. I just wanted to give him a hug. I was watching that shit on the plane and I actually had to hold tears back. I felt so bad for him.
It's funny enough, I don't know if you know this, but literally when I was on tour and everything, I had it on my PSP and I was watching it on the plane.
You have a PSP?
I have a PSP? Yeah.
I'm dead.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I used to have a PSP. I have no idea what happened to it.
Oh.
Probably broke it.
Yeah. But that's the only movie I have on my PSP is Planet of the Apes.
It's so good. And I rewatched the Mark Wahlberg one too. That's a classic.
That's a good classic.
That's like a core memory for me, this Planet of the Apes with Mark Wahlberg.
Freaking Mark Wahlberg. Let's go.
Let's go.
What do you do on your off time when you're not doing music?
Trying to make good choices.
Oh.
Good decisions.
Nice.
Just I hang out with my friends a lot. Like I said, I'm a very big like people person. I hang out with my friends. I actually work a full-time job as well. So I feel like a lot of the free time that I do have is either spent with my friends or like doing boxing or like going to the gym and making music and writing. And like I'll try to read the odd book when I can. And then doom scrolling on TikTok. That's a big hobby of mine.
It's a good cop out. It's a good cop out. That's good. That's good.
Yeah. I feel like I don't have a lot of time, so I try to spend it intentionally, like with people that I care about. Like I don't want to just like go do things just to go do them.
Yeah.
Like I want to create like good memories with like people that I enjoy.
Get a Polaroid, Vi. Get a Polaroid.
I have like a point and shoot camera now.
Then you're good. There you go. Then bring it out to your outings with friends, and then that's your memories. I've been starting to advocate that towards people. Like it honestly has helped so much, I think.
Yeah. Like intentional, like one shot, like memories. Yeah.
Which is that's what I'm doing for summer at least. I have like a little Polaroid that I got, and I'm like, let me just point and shoot, odd thing. I'm out and about. Boop. That's it.
I want to get a film camera really badly. I feel like I should gift myself one for my birthday.
When's your birthday?
It's coming up, actually. The years are flying.
Oh.
September 2nd is my birthday.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm a Virgo.
Do you have any plans, you think, so far?
No, not yet. I think I just want to... I don't think I need to do anything crazy to spend it. I want a good meal.
Ooh.
I love a good meal. I'm a big foodie. I love food so much. So, as most people do, because we need it to survive. But, probably just like go for a nice meal with my friends and grab a beer somewhere, or maybe like a couple weeks after, rent a cottage for like the last part of summer. I would love that.
Oh, that's sick. That's honestly so much fun. Just out on a lake, cottage, just relaxing,
Yeah.
enjoying.
Have a fire
Yeah.
with some
Campfires.
s'mores. That's what I want. But my birthday always falls around Labor Day weekend, so things are always just like so hiked and like booked up. Like it's almost impossible to find things sometimes if I'm not proactive, which I'm not. I'm very bad at that.
That's brutal. That
Hmm.
sucks. But at least you get a long weekend ish.
Yeah, at least. Yeah, at least.
Somewhat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Cool.
I'll do something fun. I'll celebrate. I think I have a lot to celebrate this year, so
Yeah.
I'm grateful.
You've been killing it. So yeah. Have fun on that Labor Day. That's what I say.
Thank you.
Cool. What's your best piece of advice you've ever gotten for doing music so far?
Oh, I've gotten some really bad advice that
Oh,
I've just I think like I think my best advice I've gotten is being like take things with a grain of salt and like follow your intuition and like your gut and like what
yeah.
if it feels right to you because a lot of people will be like, oh, I think you should do this, I think you should do that, like you should change your voice this way, like you should not sing so low, you should like whatever the hell, blah 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 blah. And then when I'm overthinking it and I'm thinking about it too much, it actually takes the what was so good about my original music away. Does that make sense? Like I think after honestly, like after I was on the launch, like I again very existential. I just like overthought everything, and then my music was starting to actually do well, so there was like more at stake. So I feel like I just wasn't feeling like as freely to express myself as I was before, like in that first project of mine. Um, and I think I'm going to say the best advice that I have given myself is to
Cool.
just be honest and just say what I want to say in my music and not overthink and think about it too much. Because when I do, I feel like it starts to sound like contrived and it like loses its sparkle and it's not me anymore. Like when I'm like over calculating things and like, because a few years ago, I tried to really like hunker down and just make my writing better and more visual. But I think there's like there's like a beautiful balance between like being vulnerable and being honest and being straightforward and like also trying to be poetic at the same time.
Honestly, true.
So I just said a lot of words
That's perfect. That's
there.
perfect.
Yeah.
No, honestly, I always love hearing artists, musicians, in general, people, what they've gone, what they've learned over the years, because it's
Mm-hmm.
everyone's different. You've experienced different things. Everyone's gone through different experiences through life in general for music and everything. So that's why it's like that's why I do these weird, deep questions of like, hey,
Yeah.
how's it going, right?
Yeah. That's the thing. Like it's, my music is like very much about like my real life experiences and my story, and everybody's story and journey is different, and like how they want to express it is different as well. But I'm also a very petty person, so I want to put in as much detail as possible and be as straightforward. Like you did me dirty, I'm gonna be talking about it. So
No, it's fine. That's one thing I like that artists don't do that enough anymore. No one, they're on like a thin wall of like, hey, we need to do these answers only, and I'm like,
it needs to be
yeah,
bops.
yeah.
Bops only. Yeah. Like Blackwater, that album or like that EP, I did some direct references to some shit. Like I'm like, I didn't care.
No,
And I'm back in that era now. Whoa, I'm in
let's
my
go.
baby era.
We're in the dark era. Let's
Get
go.
ready, get ready
Yeah.
next year, guys. Get ready. Yeah.
Dang. Are you gonna drop any more new music this year or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I have like 3 more singles for the rest of the year. And then I have some other like special stuff. I have so much. I got lots
Okay.
coming. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And then I just dropped the 10 other songs with chapters. So
We're getting fed good right now. We're good. We're
yeah,
good.
there's a lot going on. So maybe I should take a break for a bit.
Well, you said you're dropping three. There's still a lot of months of the year. You're good. You're good.
Yeah.
So you're
I
fine.
think next year maybe I'll just like take a couple months, like not worry about
Mm.
anything. Maybe I'll like delete my Instagram for a month. Like that would be nice.
Oh, that's how you get with the people who are like, oh wait, she's doing something. She deleted the Instagram.
Like I need to disappear and come back.
And that's how you drop the album. Easy.
Mm-hmm.
Easy.
Yeah, I'm excited. Like, I'm excited for this project to be out finally, and then I'm excited for just like the future and like what music has to hold. I feel like, it's been a very slow chug, but with some really fun, exciting things happening along the way. So I'm just gonna keep chugging.
Nice. If you could talk to yourself from a year from now, what would you like to tell her?
In terms of like music, or like as like girl to girl?
Girl to girl.
Girl to girl.
Mm-hmm.
Stop caring so much.
Really?
Yeah. I am an overthinker. Like I will really just like hyperfixate on things.
Okay.
So just like actually just like relax, chill. Whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. And like I think it's like I'm just like naturally a little bit controlling, or like I like to control things that happen around me.
Okay.
Not being like wear this shirt, wear whatever the fuck, but like I think growing up so like growing up I've come to realize that you can't control how the other people treat you. You just kind of have to let them, and then if they want to treat you that way, then you just like move on. You can't change people.
True.
So True. I think I would just like keep relaying that to myself as a constant mantra.
Okay.
And like believe who people are when they tell you the first time,
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. You got the mantra.
Yeah. Or like get more sleep.
No joke, I did that with someone in an interview. I'm like, what do you want to tell yourself from a year from now? And it was a bunch of guys and everything. They're like, one guy said, get more sleep. Everyone laughed about it. I'm like, it's honestly true.
Like more like good sleep. Or like, hey bitch, stop doom scrolling. Probably. Or like, hey, did you stop doom scrolling? Did you fix that yet?
Just somehow this gets onto TikTok and you're just gonna tell yourself, hey, you stop doom scrolling.
You from the past, stop. Yeah.
Yep, that's gonna happen.
I feel like I've been giving you like 4 answers to your single questions, but
it's fine.
I'm a very indecisive person. I can't just like stick to one thing.
It's fine. Honestly, that's your answer to it. I'm not gonna change it or anything. That's what you wanted to say.
Perfect.
That's good. That's good.
That's good.
But
good.
But one thing you can't do multiple words for this one. Describe yourself with one word. What would it be?
Dorky.
Okay, I need answers. Why?
Why?
Yeah, why dorky?
I just feel like I'm just like I can be a really weird person, like in a good way though. Like I think that's one of the things that I like about myself. Like I'm not scared to like be out of the box or like be like weird. I'll like just say like weird things to people because I think it's funny.
Nice.
But I'm also like really awkward sometimes too at the same time. It's a weird combo.
Dorky, awkward. You're normal. I think you're normal.
Yeah, I don't think it's not normal.
No.
Yeah.
No, you're completely fine. Cool.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah, reinsurance, you're good. You're good.
Thanks. I appreciate the validation.
Yeah. It's a normal world out there. We're living life. We're trying our best.
I think we need more dorky people. Or people not to be afraid to be their dorky selves. You know, especially at a time of social media, people are a lot of people can be, I feel like I've like tried to like censor myself because I'm just scared of like how people perceive me. Yeah. Like I think I'm a lot different than what people think I am just by looking at my Instagram.
I forget who did this, but there was an artist that I know. They made it like a second account, and it's more personal, where they share their more personal side of things. But you could do that, I think.
Yeah, that's true. I could do that. I don't know. I think Renee Rapp actually has one of those.
I think so too.
And she just like shit posts. like all the time. It's
Just
just the craziest shit.
just ship posts on Threads. No one's using. No, I use Threads still, but yeah.
I've never used that. Okay, so I actually have beef with Instagram because I used to have a flip side,
Same. I'm sad about that.
and it was my flip side was amazing. It was unhinged, and then one day it was just gone. I didn't even realize until months after it was gone. Like, okay, so all those posts are gone now? You
All my
can't do
memes,
that to
all
me.
my memes are gone from it. It sucks.
So rude.
It's terrible.
Yeah, rude. Whatever.
That's fine. What do you want the people to know about you, Vi? Shout yourself out.
Like what I want
Them
them
to
to know.
know about you. Like what's coming up. What do you want them to know? Like new stuff, anything.
Lots of more music coming out. Hopefully more content. Maybe you see my face a little bit more. I think that's really, I'm just like really on the rollout thing this year. And I'm really proud about this project, and it's very different than my older stuff. And this is like the first project that I worked on with my producers out in LA, Simon and Luke. So I've been bursting at the seams to share it, and I'm so proud, and I hope that other like my fans and stuff are proud and happy with it.
Stream Autopilot. Stream it.
Yeah, stream it.
There.
Stream it till you go to bed or something, or like stream it at night. I don't know. Listen to it forever.
Cool.
Yeah.